Hey, Edgar here, the host of Snug Wrestling. Are you tired of your flimsy sunglasses that look just like everyone else's? Well, check out our friends from Aquila. These are handcrafted, limited run frames made in Los Angeles using recycled materials and built to last and look clean. They got UV protection, blue light options, and even prescription lenses. Plus, Aquila gives back 1% of every sale that goes to environmental causes. And because you listen to Snug Wrestling, you get 10% off with code SNUG at checkout. Just head to aquila.la and upgrade your eyewear responsibly. That's aquila.la, A-K-I-L-A.la. Save 10% off with promo code SNUG.
Hey, this is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle, and you're listening to Snug Wrestling. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Good morning, Dayo. You got your coffee going or what?
Yeah, I got it. We good.
Did you just wake up?
More or less. Like I set an alarm for like 9. That didn't work. So like I woke up at like 9:30, and then I was like, oh shit, I gotta get up.
So is it Saturday morning for you right now?
It's Sunday morning, actually.
Oh shit, okay. Morning.
So it's already the 5th over here. So, yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's 11 p.m. at nighttime over here. So I was drinking my coffee earlier too, man. It was a long day. There was a lot of wrestling on tonight for us over here.
I haven't even gotten a chance to see it yet. NXT was yeah. I haven't seen that.
We had NXT Stand and Deliver, AAA. Now that the WWE has purchased AAA, we've been keeping a close eye on that too.
How was that?
Not very good. Not tonight, man. Tonight was not very good, if I'm being honest. But next week should be good for AAA. Have you had a chance to catch any of the lucha stuff from AAA?
I have not. I really haven't. I've been saying I would, but then I keep like getting started because there's a lot of wrestling, dog. Like there's a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you get crazy busy. Like the week is not long enough to watch everything that's going on, right?
It isn't. Like keep in mind, I still work like a normal, like quote unquote 9 to 5. And so like I get off that and then I have to schedule what I'm gonna watch because otherwise I won't have the time to watch it. So I have to like purposely make time, and then you just forget sometimes that stuff is.
Yeah, I imagine it's like because of the time difference, it's kind of hard for you to catch the shows live, right? Because
it's impossible.
Yeah,
the shows
what time do they air for you?
Like 3-4 a.m. Yeah, so that's rough. Like the last time I did WrestleMania, I think it was last year. I was watching WrestleMania live. That was like 2 or 3 a.m. or 4. I can't remember exactly when, but I know that when I finished, it was morning outside, and I hadn't.
You did that for both nights?
No, just the first. I couldn't do it for the second night because the second night was Sunday going into Monday, and I had work, so that would have been like insane. But I did do the Saturday going into Sunday, and that was pretty cool. Like it was really cool to actually be part of like everybody else watching it at the same time.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'll ever do that again.
I don't know, man. It's coming up.
I'll see. I want to do at least one night. I definitely want to do at least one night. I don't know about both.
So how do you guys usually do? You guys all get together, like throw like a watch party, or is there somewhere that you guys go to watch it?
I'm the only one in my friend group that watches wrestling. So like I just watch it in my house.
Yeah.
So when they moved to Netflix, for example, that was great because I could just pop it on. But like before that, we had to go through like back end sites, and that was tough as well. But yeah, we moved regardless.
What's that like? Do they give you a lot of shit for watching wrestling? Like, why do you watch that fake shit?
They tried to, but then I got some of them into like when Roman was champion, going into that second WrestleMania where he had to fight Cody. I got them into the Bloodline story as a whole, and they were hooked.
Yeah.
They were hooked. By the time Sammy betrayed him, they were like, no, I can't believe it. And then the reality of it is, once as that storyline concluded, they were like, I don't care anymore. The story that I care about is done. I'm not emotionally. And I'm like, yeah, that's fair. But I'll let you know if another one comes up. So
Yeah, man. A lot of people argue that that's one of the best storylines like in the last like 10 or 15 years, you know, it was really like a boom period, I think, right?
Yeah, definitely. And it was I don't know how they did they pulled it off so well. Everything just like tied together.
Yeah. So that was one of your favorite ones too then?
I would say yeah. I wasn't been a fan of Roman, so to see him be champion for that long, see him like bring in the Usos, see him bring in Solo Sikoa, and just like that entire story, I was hooked for that. I by that point in time, I already didn't like Cody anyway, so that sucked. I wasn't a fan of the fact that he won, but I also understood why he had to win. Um, so yeah,
What? You
that was
weren't a
pretty good.
fan of Cody finishing the story?
I'm not. I'm over it, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you
Yeah.
because like it's tough. Like if you've been watching wrestling for a while and you know Cody Rhodes as well, Cody Rhodes, and you know him as far as Stardust, and then he goes to create AEW, and then he's in AEW, and then for whatever reason he doesn't turn heel, even though in New Japan he's been healed plenty of. It's tough to not watch him leave AEW behind, go back to WWE, become essentially their golden boy, and
Yeah.
then dethrone one of the most interesting heels we've had in a very long time. And that was, luckily enough, he wasn't deep in his "I love you, I respect you," so it wasn't too annoying. It was just the fact that I identify more with the heel than the face. Now
Wow.
though, it's a different story. I don't.
That's crazy that you followed Cody's career like that because when he was healing like that, what was that like New Japan and like the independent scene mostly, right?
Mhm.
I see I didn't really get to see that. So when he came over to the WWE, I automatically became a Cody crybaby for life, you know?
Oof, oof. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
man. Yeah.
No, but he does some pretty good heel work, honestly. That's why I'm baffled as to why he doesn't want to be a heel or seemingly doesn't want to be. It's very interesting to me, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, we're gonna get into that today, Dayo. By
Good.
the way, you guys probably recognize the voice already. What if I told you that we have the BlackLooneyTune Dayo Adebola
Adebola, yeah.
with us here in Snug Wrestling? Would you believe it? It is true. He is here with us today or tonight, depending where you are in the
Depending on where
world.
you are.
Yeah. Thanks, Dayo, for hanging out with us, man. It's
Absolutely.
really cool to have you, get to know you, and get to pick your brain of your pro wrestling fandom, man. It's been a while that. And I've been curious. I've been following you for a while, watching your clips. You also post wrestling content on your channel, right?
Yeah, every now and then, yeah. Not as
Yeah.
often, but yeah, every now.
So you're in Dubai.
Yes.
Are you from Dubai? How long have you been living there?
Okay, so I'm originally Nigerian. Um, I moved here in 2012 for university, and then I just kind of stayed.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this works, and then I was just like, yeah, I'm just staying.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Um, how is there a pro wrestling scene out there in Dubai, like independent scene? And if so, like, are you familiar with it at all? How is that?
There is actually there's I think it's a wrestling school, Wrestling ME, where they do like house show. Well, I guess to if you're not part of the crowd, it feels like a house show. I don't know. They do their own like localized matches. They have their own storylines. They have titles, etc., etc. I've never had the chance to go, but I really do want to go just to
Yeah,
be in that because I've never been to a wrestling event live, and so I was like, okay, yeah, if they're doing it here, then I'll just go. Unfortunately, like every time they have like an event, I have to, but it is
yeah,
something that I want to do. Pro wrestling though in general is pretty. I think it's pretty. It's pretty. It's alive. The community for it is alive. It's just they're in. You wouldn't see it like openly as you'd see like football, for example.
yeah,
But they're there. They're there.
yeah. That's cool, man. Yeah, that's one of the things that I always wonder about. What's the pro wrestling scene? Because I mean, it's different everywhere, you know. So it's
Mhm.
interesting to hear about. So not one live event, not even WWE. Never been to a live event ever.
Never, never.
Have they been to Dubai? WWE? They don't
I think
usually go over
they
there.
were in Abu Dhabi, but I think when they were in Abu Dhabi, I was still in, so I couldn't just take a trip to another state.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
dude, we
they've
gotta.
been here. I think they've been here at least. I think they've been here.
We got to change that, man. We got to get you out there, and everyone has to experience the WWF one time. You know.
I know. It's but now. Well, to be fair, now I'm an adult and I make
Yeah.
adult money, so I can actually do that.
Yeah.
Like freely. But yeah, I want to do WWE. I want to do AEW as well because I heard like the Dynamite crowd is wild. Maybe even Collision. But yeah, I would be down. I'd be down.
You might have to do a little bit of traveling though.
That's the only thing. I'm thinking maybe I'll get lucky one day and they'll be in like the same state, just different venues, and then I'll be able to like hop between the two really quickly. That's unlikely, but
Yeah.
If I can get like a week where Dynamite is on Wednesday, then SmackDown is on Friday, yeah. Then I think I'll be good. I didn't even think about Raw, but Raw will be.
Yeah. Damn, that sucks, man. I mean, we're pretty lucky out here, I guess. So yeah, man. Hopefully that you can scratch that off your bucket list sooner than later. You know.
Yeah.
Did you catch Friday Night SmackDown? Were you able to catch up on that?
I did catch Friday Night SmackDown. I have thoughts.
What did you think about the overall show? Like, because they're 3 hours long. I don't know if you watched the entire show. Like, I sit there for the entire 3 hours and watch it all, but I mean, not a lot of people have the patience for it.
It's funny because I knew that we were going to do this, and so I wanted to make sure that I'm caught up. So I actually watched Raw and SmackDown back to back. It was interesting. I think there's more to say about SmackDown is rough. I'm not gonna lie. 3 hours long, and you have all these different things happening, and it's rough. Like one thing I noticed was when Sammy announced the rematch for the United States Championship, and he's in the ring, and he's like, I don't know, and I'm like, bro, make this a triple threat, be done with it, and let's move on with our lives. And then he didn't do that, which sure, I guess. But then he made it a match at the end of that, and I'm like, okay, so then this match is almost definitely going to be interfered. Trick Williams or Liliati, somebody's going to come in and make this match not work. And I'm like, okay, fine, great. So by the time I got to that match, I was checked out, even though Sammy and Carmelo were putting on a pretty good show. But I was checked out because I'm like, when is the interference going to happen? And keep in mind, at that point in time, that happened like halfway through the show. And then the main event was like another hour and a half after or something like that. So I'm like, I don't know if this is sustainable long term. I'll be real with you. I don't know if they can continue having these 3 hour shows and not having like matches back to back to back to back. I'm okay with like talking. I need more wrestling in my wrestling.
Yeah, dude, I hear you.
That was the overall thing. I need more wrestling in my
Yeah. And I think last year they did the 3 hour thing for like the first 6 months, and like around June they went back to the 2 hours. For the second part of the year they kept the 2 hour thing, so I'm hoping they do that again this year. But yeah, man, I was with that whole Sami Zayn thing and Carmelo and Trick, I was on the same boat as you, man. I was like, this has to be a triple threat, right? And the whole time they were just they were just teasing us, bro.
I don't know how they didn't I mean, they even commentate. I remember one of the commentators even said it. They were like, Carmelo and Trick have a lot of history already. So I'm like, if they have all this history, which they do, from NXT, where Trick was essentially Carmelo's young boy, why not put them inside, give them both a WrestleMania match, put them in the triple threat, and like whoever wins, it doesn't really matter anyway, because like there's a story to tell one way or another.
There's still a chance, Dayo. There's still a chance.
I don't have Dayo. But the problem is, I think they're going to do it this week. They're going to be like, oh, you know what? Since you guys can't figure it out, it's going to be a triple threat. And then we're all going to be like, thank you, finally.
Yeah. Could have saved us some time there. At least that's what I'm hoping, man. I think Carmelo Hayes really deserves a WrestleMania moment. So I hope they give it to him, man, because he was defending that U.S. championship week after week. And
man. That's minus like the like 7 or something matches I hated with Andrade. That's minus him working with The Miz. Like, give this man something. Yeah, give him something.
I hope so, man. I hope so. But it is WrestleMania season. And because it's WrestleMania season, this is when they bring back a whole bunch of celebrities, right? First question, Dayo, how do you feel about, all the celebrities that we're seeing now being brought in before WrestleMania?
I don't, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I just wish it was a bit more. I just wish creative took a bit more time to put these celebrities in there in a sensible. That's all. Like Jelly Roll with like Kit Wilson, that progressed pretty well. I'm like, okay, that there's a logical beginning, middle, and end, I guess. But then like Lil Yachty coming out. Okay. Jelly Roll getting RKO'd. Huh? Okay. I'm just like, they're here. Like, yeah. I would assume that because they're here, we're bringing them in because they have star power and they're getting more eyes, the content, the brand, et cetera, et cetera. So like, if you're using them as one-offs, that doesn't really do anything. People are just going to tune in for that episode where they're on. But if you're integrating them into the story, even if it's in a stupid way, like at least there's something for people to come in and like see the conclusion of or see the progression of. But like I don't know, man.
Yeah, like the payoff or something, right?
Yeah, like I don't like with Travis Scott. They brought in Travis Scott. There was no need to bring in Travis Scott. Travis Scott was the most random connection they could bring in, especially for a John Cena, for example, especially for The Rock. But they brought him in, and like it or not, there was a beginning, middle, and end. He came in, he attacked John Cena, and then at the match with Cody, he came in again. And like, okay, sure, fine, no problem. But then, like, what are we gonna do with Jelly Roll now?
Yeah,
unless he performs maybe he'll perform at the show. Lil Yachty will probably perform at the. And I think about it.
And you know what? That's a good question. What are they gonna do with Jelly Roll? Because didn't Jelly Roll get RKO'd last week by Randy Orton? And then they didn't follow up on that, did they?
Nope. I don't even think they mentioned Jelly Roll actually on SmackDown at all.
That's true. What the fuck? I completely forgot about that. God damn.
Like, oh yeah, you're done. Okay, bye. See ya.
Yeah, he's probably still selling the damage of the RKO or what the fuck? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's gonna maybe show up randomly during the match at WrestleMania between Cody and Randy.
I hope not.
That would be terrible. Yeah.
This is already convoluted as hell. I don't need that. I don't need that.
Can you imagine Cody beats Randy with the help from Jelly Roll? All right.
No. Anything but that, please. Literally.
Yeah, for real. So, speaking of celebrities, Dayo, we saw Pat McAfee show up, and he was the mysterious person that Randy Orton was speaking to on the phone these past few weeks. How did you feel about that?
Okay, so I had to sit down and think about it because initially I was like, I don't. I think his message was fine. I just don't think the messenger. I don't see Pat McAfee and think, oh yeah, Attitude Era. I don't see Pat McAfee and think PG Era. I don't see Pat McAfee and think like any of the things that he was saying. So if you remove what he was saying from who he is like, okay. But then my issue with that as well is, unless it leads to something bigger, which I'm almost certain it's not. But maybe he's the conduit for, maybe he's the mouthpiece for somebody else, for example. Then I'll be like, okay, yeah, sure. But I don't know.
Yeah. A lot of people weren't feeling it, man. A lot of people were like, Pat McAfee, of all people, Pat McAfee, okay.
And like there was just so much wrong with them. The way he was like, his mannerisms during the whole thing, you could tell that he was uncomfortable or that he was like phoning it, or at least to me, it looked like he was, because a lot of time what he was doing was he was fidgeting with his glasses, he was fidgeting with like his belt, and he was just rambling on. And I'm like, okay, but then Randy already has a reason to not like Cody in this situation. So why do we have to put this new thing on top of it as well? And then now put this new thing on top of it that doesn't make sense. I don't. Yeah. And these are the issues. Like,
no, that's true, man, because now that, you know, we have it's been over a day since SmackDown happened. There's some reports that have been coming out that I don't know if they're true. I mean, a lot of the wrestling reports that come out, they're sometimes kind of hard to believe, but
Yeah, true.
they're like, oh, the WWE or TKO forced the WWE to bring Pat McAfee back because of low WrestleMania tickets.
Why would they bring Pat McAfee of all people back for low rollers? Are you joking? We have Lesnar on the card. We have Obafemi on the card. What are you talking about? All of the big hitters are on the card. Pat McAfee isn't going to move the needle for WrestleMania, dog. Like,
That's a good point.
Like, no disrespect to Pat McAfee, but like, what are you talking about?
I mean, I guess they feel like Pat McAfee has a really large audience base or something that they're like, oh, we have to find a way to involve Pat McAfee in the storyline, and maybe that's why a lot of people weren't liking it, because it kind of felt like this was kind of forced in a way, wasn't it?
That doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay, yeah, sure, okay. Like, we have everybody's on the card. Everybody's on the Gunther's on the card. Seth Rollins is on the card. Charlotte's on the card. We have 4 women tag teams on the card, including the Bella Twins. We have Roman Reigns. We have CM Punk. We have Brock Lesnar. I'm sure I'm missing some. We have Sami Zayn. We have Trick.
But the tickets aren't selling.
Yeah, so from a TKO.
Yeah, they're just trying to find whatever. Like, I got an email the other day that was like, today only, it's like 20% off WrestleMania tickets and no fees. Today only.
Isn't that the WrestleMania tickets that they made more expensive?
Yeah, they did. They're more expensive this year than last year. So the crazy thing about this whole thing with Pat McAfee and Cody and stuff, Randy Orton too, is Pat McAfee and Randy Orton were getting cheered, Like, there's some heels like Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Trick Williams, who the fans really, really love and really, really cheer them. And you got the baby faces like Cody or like Sammy, who the people are just booing them out of the arena nonstop. So how do you feel about that? What do you think about, do you think we're getting back to like the older times where the bad guys were the cool guys, and seems like people are starting to get over the super clean baby face?
I would say, yeah, pretty much. I mean, because like, I don't think we really sit down and really, especially on the internet in terms of like wrestling, I don't think we sit down and really think about the impacts that Reigns had as a heel for that long. Because I remember even Drew McIntyre when he was going up against, I think it was Cody as well. But then again, Cody is an issue. That's a separate conversation.
There will be no Cody Rhodes hate here today, Dayo.
I'm not even going to hate him. I'm not even going to hate on him. I'm just going to criticize the character in general. But that's, again, a separate thing. I think to be fair, I think a lot of it is Cody Rhodes is easy to root for, but for some people, it's also easy to root against. And then you couple that with the fact that like Roman Reigns essentially made being a heel cool, because now the heels have aura, as opposed to before where they were just like, get him, boys, and then they send their goons after them. I think we're in a place where like you're gonna have more, if they play it right, you're gonna have more divisive heel/face situation. Like a good example again, and I hate the fact that it's coming up again, but Roman Reigns and CM Punk, I think they've done that wonderfully, because they didn't say this person is the good guy, this person is the bad guy. They're like, no, these two people have different points. These two people have different reasons to not like each other. You guys, as the audience, you pick who you're backing in. They did that for like 2 or 3 weeks, and now it's kind of set in that, okay, Reigns is kind of the good guy, CM Punk is kind of the bad guy, but they're still maintaining tweener status, and I think that's
really. Whereas
like Randy Orton and Cody, again, because it's Cody, it's very easy for you to be like, fuck that guy. Because he's QB, he has all these things going for him. I just remembered how it pissed me off.
Who, Cody?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. So, yeah.
When he beat Drew, right?
Yeah, when he beat
Yeah.
Drew. Yeah,
That was a
yeah.
good day.
It was a very good day. It was a very good day. I was doing cartwheels on my balcony. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think WWE is getting better with their heels, and they're not
Yeah.
just making them cartoonishly evil. They're giving them like,
Yeah.
and so
I'm
it's
sorry.
easier for us to like get behind them.
Yeah, I'm starting to notice that a lot too. Like in Stand and Deliver. You probably don't watch NXT a whole lot, do you?
Not too. I try and catch it every now and then. I
Yeah.
follow it like on the internet.
Yeah. Zarya and Sol Ruka had a similar situation like that, where it was like the crowd was very split.
Mm.
Some people were cheering for Zarya, some for Sol Ruka, and that seems to be happening a lot lately. Which it's
Were they clearly
cool.
defined?
What's that?
Zarya and Soroka, were they clearly defined? Like, was the story telling you that this person is good, this person is bad?
Yes, but then they both had really good points, and at some point, Zarya, who was supposed to be the heel,
Mm.
the people started getting behind Zarya because of the stuff that she had to say.
Mm.
She has some really good points. It's interesting, man, that they're starting to do that more. It's not so simple as this guy is the bad guy, this guy's the good guy. We got
Yeah,
to cheer for the good guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you want nuanced villains. The way I see it is your hero is only as good as your villain is, and you need a villain that has like strong points, or at least that is nuanced, so that you
Yeah.
have something to relate to on some level.
Yeah. Yeah, so the whole thing with Cody Rhodes, man. I mean, we kind of talked about Cody Rhodes a little bit, and he also addressed the whole thing about him turning heel on SmackDown. Did you catch that?
Mm-mm.
He said something like, "Oh, I see the memes where the dark hair."
Mm.
He was like, "People want. They say that if I have to beat Randy Orton, I have to turn into the bad guy,
Yeah,
but
who
I
man?
don't." But I don't know if I can do that because I have 2 kids now and I have a wife and I have a family. That's what he said. So I don't think we're going to get it. I don't think we're going to get a heel Cody, man.
I'm hoping he's a distraction.
Yeah. A swerve, bro.
Yeah, swerve. That's one thing I've been looking forward to. Actually, that's the only reason I want to see this is because I think they really could pull a swerve or a double turn. We haven't seen a double turn in a while. I would like to see a double turn, but I know that's just me.
Yeah, man. They're teasing that. They've been teasing that a lot lately, man, with
Mm.
Cody. Sami Zayn, too. People want to see
Mhm.
Sami Zayn
Mhm.
turn heel. But overall, man, I'm really pumped for WrestleMania. Let's see. Let's do some. What else is with? Okay, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say you got Randy Orton to win at
Yeah.
Mania.
Yes. If Randy doesn't win, we riot.
Okay. All right. Let's assume Trick Williams and Sami Zayn go 1-on-1 at Mania.
hmm
Would you like to see Trick Williams as United States champion?
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence. I'm not gonna lie, because like he's really over right now. So like giving him the title would be like a good way to cap that off. But also, he's been here for what? How long has he been on the main roster?
Yeah, dude, like a half a second, it feels like.
Yeah, that's a bit much. But they did the same thing. You know what? No, I changed my mind. Give that man the title. If they can do it to Braun Breaker, they can do it to Trick Williams. What are you talking about?
Damn, there's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Gave that man Intercontinental Championship on like what, his second week? Please, by all means, give it to Trick. What are we talking about?
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Speaking of Braun Breaker, so this whole thing with the Vision, right? We weren't really sure what was going to happen with Gunther, and then just out of nowhere, he gets added to WrestleMania by being put versus Seth Rollins of all people. I don't know. I thought that was kind of like, oh well, we need to have Gunther on here just because it's WrestleMania.
That's
What
what
did you? What did you think about this?
I thought it was interesting that we have Gunther being a career killer and then putting him against one of our worst. Now, obviously, he's not going to end Seth Rollins' career in that match. But I don't understand why we didn't put Gunther against Lesnar. Have Gunther retire Lesnar, and then maybe in like a year or so, after Obafemi has been dominant for like a year, we put him up against Gunther. That being said, Gunther, as a Paul Heyman guy, sounds gas.
Yes, dude.
That sounds like gas.
Yeah.
And so I'm interested to see what they do with it. But yeah.
Yeah, dude. That was my first initial thought. I was like, is this fool gonna join the Vision?
No.
But then
Oh God.
he kind of just Gunther just kind of left Paul Heyman just hanging there in the middle of the ring, and he kind of just walked away. Didn't really check on him. Didn't really seem like he cared too much for Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
But it's
I like that touch.
But it's like, again, I don't think we got a follow up. No, it was this past Monday, barely. This last episode of Monday Night Raw when that happened.
So we should get a follow up this week.
Yeah. Why the hell would Gunther want to come after Seth Rollins?
I saw a theory online that Gunther would go after Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins has a problem with Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman is Brock Lesnar's advocate. And so if Gunther was to solidify his whole career killer thing, the next person he would want to go for would be Brock, and Paul Heyman can make. But the only way this works, is if Obafemi loses to protect that mystique of Brock Lesnar until Gunther can beat him. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. But that was an interesting theory. I thought, fair enough. Like, if you're talking about back alley deals, Paul Heyman is the guy to do it. So
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, we'll see.
It makes a lot of sense.
It also puts him in a good position to. He can be a tweener as well, because like he's not really, even though he's a career killer, which is a heel thing, he could become a heel, a face if they play it right. I don't know.
Yeah, I would like to see that, but I'm kind of pulling for Obafemi to win at WrestleMania, aren't you?
Same.
Yeah, man.
Same. He has too much. There's too much like gas behind him. He has to. Yeah. And if he's not gonna win it, let it be let Brock show him some kind of respect. If he's not gonna win, at least do that for them.
Yeah,
it's on track to be something else, bro.
Yeah, no, it's been really fun to see Brock and Oba, build up their match. I think that's one of the matches I'm really looking forward to the most, a whole lot. Yeah, man. So I didn't even ask Dayo, when did you start watching pro wrestling, man? It seems like just by talking to you, man, you've been a lifelong fan. Is this true to assume?
Pretty much. Oh wow. When did I start? I would say early 2000. Wow, that was a while ago. I think the one of the earliest memories I have is when Randy Orton won the World Heavyweight Championship while he was still in Evolution, and then they betrayed him. That was a core memory. Goldberg coming back and like running through the whole of Evolution, which at that point was just Triple H, and you have Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle, where Eddie Guerrero like loosens his boots so that Kurt Angle can't get off the ankle lock. You have that section where Big Show killed somebody. I think it was Kurt Angle as well, where he like, choked somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. Oh, you have Greg Khali squishing Rey Mysterio's head.
Good time.
Graphic as hell.
I almost cried.
Vince McMahon blowing up when he gets into his limo. Yeah. That was, yeah. So, yeah, early 2000s.
Yeah. And how did you get into it, man? Like, that's pretty crazy. You just, as a kid, you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna start watching wrestling.
It's one of those things where like I was channel surfing on my TV. I was like, and I was just like, oh, okay, this is a thing that exists. Or it was either that, or because it was it was a while ago, and it's one of those things that like you don't realize until you're deep, that you just find an obsession that way. So it was either I was channel surfing and I saw it, or I went to like a family friend's house and they were watching it there. And I didn't know what it was, but I was just like, what is going on? Who are these people? Why is this happening? And then like maybe like months later is when you realize, oh, that's what this is. And so now you're looking for it on your TV so you don't have to go to that friend's house every time to see that. I think that's what I honestly can't remember.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, there was a period of time where like I stopped watching it because I just thought it was really bad. I think it was like from like 2009.
Yep.
till like 2012 or something like that, where I was just like,
And then it happened again like 2000, I think it was 2016 to 2019 or something like that.
You stopped watching it during that time?
Yeah, 2016 to 2018, because it was around that time when Baron Corbin was still around. He was a constable. Rough. So yeah, I was like, this is okay.
It was rough, huh? No pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended.
Yeah. So you watch AEW too, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
I know you saw Chris Jericho make a comeback.
I did. Yes, I did.
Even after all the rumors and the reports
Yep.
that we were going to get Chris Jericho in the WWE, he said, nope, April Fools, I'm sticking to AEW. How about them apples, Dayo?
That was interesting. That was very interesting, especially the way he did it too. He came back and he was like, I'm home, which is crazy given like you said, all the reports that we heard and the fact that like he made his career essentially in, most people know him from WWE. Yeah. So to come on AEW, which is a direct competitor, and be like, I'm home. But also, I'm curious to see what happens next, because I don't imagine he's going to be doing any of the old gimmicks that he was doing. So it's going to be interesting to see how he evolves as a character on the screen.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we had Demo God. He was a Demo God, the Ocho, etc.
The learning tree.
You learn. Oh, no. That one was rough.
I mean, if Chris Jericho's known for one thing is, evolution, he's always changing. He's always coming up with some crazy gimmick. And yeah, that's one of the reasons why I was hoping he would jump to WWE, because at least he'll have some type of, input. Someone else might, I don't know, help him out, because he can just do whatever he wants in AEW, just run wild, which is probably what he wants to do.
That's the issue, though. I feel like if he went to WWE, they would have had him. They would have like nerfed him. They wouldn't be able to do as much as he wants to. Like, I can't see a world where current WWE let a fireball.
Yeah, so, you know what? Didn't they do that? Like, who was it? Aleister Black did that recently.
Yeah, Aleister Black did that. Even Jericho did it. He blinded Hook. So yeah, like it's he did it. Aleister Black did it to Damian Priest at the end of their last match. Yes.
Dude, it's kind of hard for me to watch AEW. I feel comfortable telling you this. I'm gonna get a lot of shit for it, but it's all. I don't need to see all of that sometimes. Have you seen their pay-per-views? AEW
religiously.
Yeah, I mean, I used to, but then it came to a point where like the whole sticking the needles in their mouths and stuff like that. I feel like I don't need to see that.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
At some point, I'm like, where do they draw the line? Like, I still want to be able to watch wrestling and pop for the small things, like, oh, he did a superplex from the top rope. Oh, that's so. Instead of like, he just hit him over the head with the cinder block. Oh my god,
To be fair, I think when they're not doing those like extreme, I think that's it's. Yeah.
Are you into that? It's cool if you
I'm
like
not.
it.
Okay. So when I watched Swerve versus Hangman last year, I was like, this is a lot. I was like, this is a lot. They're hanging people, like it's a lot.
Drinking blood.
I was like, I didn't like that. But also, I realized that like it added to it. Because then when I watched MJF versus Hangman, I was like, first of all, they're not going to drink anybody's blood. That's not going to happen for sure. But also there was a spot where they took a needle and they put it through like Hangman's mouth, like through there. And I was like, I can't watch that, but I understand why you felt the need to do that. Because then if you saw in the Swerve and Hangman fight, that needle spot happened as well. So you popped for the reason that, okay, the reverse is happening now. The person that did the needle spot before is not getting it done to them. But I couldn't watch either of them because I didn't like that. But I could understand. I'm like, okay, that's an important like section there. I was like, cool. There was another situation where I think it was Darby Allin versus John Moxley. And I think Darby Allin was supposed to get like drowned in a fish tank. And I'm like, this is a lot. This is a lot. Could we maybe not? Could we maybe not? And then, of course, like when John Moxley put the plastic bag over Daniel Bryan, I'm like, this is horrific. And I think that's an important part of it. I wish they didn't play into it as much, but I'm glad that they can. You know what I mean? Like, I don't fuck with it.
Yeah,
I can't watch a proper indie Texas death match because I'm like, no, I would not get through it.
yeah.
But at least on AEW, to a large extent, I know that, okay, once they finish this particular spot, apart from the next like 30 seconds where they have like reactionary images, to a large extent, it's going to move forward. We're not going to have to go back to that. It might show up in vignettes later.
Yeah, man. And it's kind of scary to me because even when I'm watching like these WWE matches that are nothing compared to the stuff that they do in AEW, I still get, I don't know if the right word is scared or worried for the
Cringe.
performers. It's still dangerous enough, the stuff that they do. And then I go and watch AEW, they're doing all these crazy things and it's just like, oh my God. But I get what you're saying. That's a good point. Like, if they're doing this stuff in AEW, it's because they can. They're able to do it. They have the freedom to do it. So they're going to, okay, perfect.
And I think that to a large extent, they're not just hopping off the boat. Ugh. I just remember the War Games match with the all women War Games match where like they
in AEW.
In AEW where they smashed a mirror on somebody's head. I'm just like gratuitous.
Yeah.
But also that's what ECW was, as far as I'm concerned. Like to a large extent, that's to me anyway. As someone who called like the tail end of ECW, that's what ECW was.
Shit, I guess you're right. That's true. I mean, I honestly didn't really watch ECW in that time. Like to be honest, I didn't really watch a whole lot of WCW. I was just a WWF kid, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I saw, you know, a lot of the stuff that they did, but I don't remember ECW being that crazy just from the stuff that I saw. That's what I hear a lot. I hear that, well, you know, they used to do it a lot in ECW, so why do people hate it now? And it's like,
I mean, we grew.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
We grew. The only reason we're okay with it now is because it's in the middle of like a story that they could do without it entirely. Yeah. You could have a Texas deathmatch without any blood at all, but then it wouldn't be a Texas.
Yeah. Nah, dude, you took the words right out of my mouth, man. That's exactly what I was thinking. So yeah, man, it's just like, okay, where do we draw the line? Like, if there's going to come to a point where the fans are just going to be like, I need to see someone get ran over by a car in order for me to pop or to get excited. You know, that's what I'm afraid of. So that's why I'm like, but I try to watch it. I was at this show. Yeah.
If you take away all that stuff, because they're even trying to do it less now, to be fair. They save it for like the big like street fights, Texas Deathmatch, that kind of shit. But like, yeah, they toned it down just a little bit because it's a lot. It's a lot. I think after they put the skewers in John Moxley's head, and then that went all everyone. Okay, we need to walk that back just a little bit. Let's not do that on like Wednesday, on a random Wednesday.
That is fucking insane, dude. I can't see that right there. I can't watch.
No, I didn't watch it.
I just with the whole skewer thing. I look away.
Yeah,
I can't, bro.
But it adds to it. I find that it adds to it. And maybe I'm just a sick fuck. But like, there's something about like you're watching a match, it's going, and then someone does something like that, and you're like, oh no, and then you come back. You're like, is it over? Are they done? And then it's like, okay.
You're like uncovering your eyes.
Yeah, exactly. So there's something about it like that. For me anyway, that I'm just like, yeah.
Are you gonna catch the Dynasty?
I have to. Ospreay versus.
Yeah. You're into that feud?
MJF versus Kenny Omega. There's so many, man. It's and one thing about AEW, say what you want about AEW, but like their pay-per-view, like the past few years, they've been cooking with gas. Honestly, I think people should lukewarm take, I guess. People should watch AEW.
Yeah.
At least check it out. Like you checked it out and you said it wasn't for you. And that's entirely fair because they go over the top. But like, you never know. There was a time where I think it was earlier, like it was last year when Cena won the champion, and he was champion during his farewell tour. I stopped watching WWE because I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
And so during that time, I was only watching AEW, and it was pretty solid. Like I was already an AEW fan, but then having the ability to just like, okay, what is going on this product I'm not really a fan of, I can go to another one that is like of the same level in terms of production, in terms of storyline, in terms of wrestling, even though I would argue AEW does wrestling better. Different
Yeah.
It was great. And like, you never know, especially considering these people, they don't pretend like these people don't have lives outside of AEW. For example, I didn't know who Okada was until I started watching AEW. I didn't understand how big a deal Kenny Omega was until I started watching Takeshita, Tomohiro Ishii. I didn't know any Japanese wrestlers until I started watching, except Shinsuke. And then I found out that Shinsuke was like a big deal in Japan. And I'm like, what the fuck? What is he doing in WWE? Yeah. But I also understand that, like, when I saw him, it was a different time. He's in a different place in his life now, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And they tell you too, they're like, oh yeah, they were champion before. Sorry to cut you off again.
No, you're good. No, yeah, AEW does introduce a lot of new faces, a lot of new people, a lot of different companies, like, you know, Mercedes Moné, who's like, you know, winning fucking championships in every indie promotion across the fucking country, you know. Yeah, something like that. And I've been watching AEW since it first started, you know.
Oh.
So I've been, you know, watching it consistently every Wednesday, every pay-per-view since it started up until like maybe 6 months ago. And it's mostly because of what we do now. You know, we cover everything. We cover Raw, we cover SmackDown, we cover the PLEs, AAA. So there's really not enough time for me to also cover AEW.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like if we were, and also like my co-hosts prefer WWE, so I'm the only one that would actually watch AEW. But I'm like, if we're not gonna cover it, I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Unfortunately, but I try to watch it every now and then. You know, shoot, maybe we can. You know, if you're ever free, we can do that.
I don't mind. I've been trying to get into different types of content. I mean, you've seen the wrestling videos that I've been posting every now and then when like.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's always necessary.
I could totally do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind at all if we can figure out time difference again.
Yeah, it would probably have to be on these days, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I work weekdays, you know, so Saturday nights.
But we could always like get on like now.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man. Yeah, it's always good to have some AEW content. Yeah, speaking of content, Dayo, what else do you do besides your really, really funny and entertaining videos? Do you have like a podcast? Do you have like you know, other forms of content that you make?
So we have the main one that you've seen, obviously. We also have Twitch, so that's Trident GC. Yeah, Trident GC live on Twitch. We have a YouTube channel as well, Trident GC, and then I think that's about it. We only have those two other outlets, but in terms of content, we try and do different types of things. Like we do the if videos, and those are the ones that people love the most. But we also really enjoy like think pieces. We enjoy like random skits that are like borderline absurd, and so like pretty much anything, because we've been doing content for like since like 2015, and then my brother blew up in 2021, and so then I blew up in like 24, and so we've been doing that short form content for about that long. But we've always been big on content. Our Trident GC channel on YouTube actually started out as a gaming channel, and the only reason we're not posting more now is because we're trying to figure out what do we do with it.
What, the YouTube channel?
Yeah, for the YouTube channel, we're now trying to figure out what we do with it, because like we could do gaming videos. Gaming videos would be quick, but we could also do the longer ones, the think piece, talking head videos, video. And so like there's just so many different ways that we can do it. We just don't know where to go.
Yeah. Well, yeah, man, that's cool to hear, man. I forgot what I was. Yeah, man. This was fun, Dayo. It was cool to hang out with you, man. It was a good time. Thank you for taking the time.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I just remembered.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard an if joke that I want to share with you, and I probably got it from you guys. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys already did this one. So if you already heard it, don't be afraid to hurt my feelings. But I want to. This is my opportunity to share an if joke with the one and the only Dayo. So here we go. You ready?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. So I'm not taking credit for this. All right. This is something that I heard. So if it works, then I'll take credit for it. All right.
Fair.
All right. So if my son was a priest, does that mean that I have to call him father? Have you heard that one?
I feel like I have.
Okay.
But I don't remember. I don't remember where. I don't, because we have. I don't know. But I feel like I've heard that before.
Okay.
It's still a good one. Don't get me wrong. Like that's one of my favorite ones. Just because. But like, I feel like I don't remember, because we don't post every single thing that we record. We're trying to empty the vault because we have a. So I've either recorded that before or someone suggested that to me. But I don't remember who, so I'm just going to say it was you.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Thanks, Dayo. Oh, man.
Oh, no, that was a good one. That was a very good one.
I was nervous, man.
Crazy. That was good.
Yeah, I was nervous, but thanks, man.
The only thing you're missing is the sunglasses. Perfect.
I usually do wear the sunglasses, but it's nighttime tonight over here, so I didn't pull them out this time. Well, cool, man. Yeah, everyone. That was Dayo Adebola, the BlackLooneyTune.
Yes, sir.
I mean, he really doesn't need an introduction, man. You guys already know who. And my name is Edgar. I'm the host of Snug Wrestling. Thanks for hanging out with us today. If you're new to the show, please be sure to follow us. We do the live shows, but if you don't catch them live, you can catch them on Apple and Spotify and all that good stuff. So,
and if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, let's get up out of here, Dayo.
Yes, sir. I'm going back. I need a nap.